did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
After 5 seasons playing in Carson, the Chargers have a new home, and it's the beautiful new SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Chargers.
The kickoff for the Chargers.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Play action, they'll throw. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive, they're on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game. That game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
1 yard gain. Brings up
sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jones finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Williams loses the football, and the Falcons grab it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time.
Recovered by
Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
33, the ball
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside to the pursuit.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Younghoe Koo
Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Johnson now returning. Able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can you do it again?
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing. Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And can they get that taste out of the A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Jones. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Bobby Wagner. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jones will set up the screen to Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he will find his man on the outside. Jones will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
At their own 14-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. One of the guys on defense
Brings up
diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
15-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. A very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, there's 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's the end of the first quarter
calls,
with the score.
I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
That's complete. He's got to play out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tackle. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, you can say and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
That is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, a great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown,
Calvin Ridley. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to love the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended, given 3 yards on the play.
He was taken down by
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
34-yard line.
Again to Barkley out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Ball carrier.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And it's intercepted. Picked up by the way back. And he'll bring it back to around the 5-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. It's a live touchdown in the air. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
Nothing.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Isaiah Crowell with the INT. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Taken down at the
Nice run there, 9 yards.
It's a gain of
and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, and look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
That that might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
For the Falcons.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, when we're having a tough patch, this two shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Jones on third down. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one goes for 8 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
4 yards.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. On the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jones has just thrown his third interception. Back to 45. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1.
Looking to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts.
A gain of 3.
As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second and goal from the 1. They hand off to their big tight end. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Shy of the goal line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Davis. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now a signal and a timeout call. As it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Younghoe Koo on for the field goal. A 19-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the round is on. It's 24-0.
24.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He was
Well,
brought
I think
down
after
at the
that run, the
26.
defense is getting back in the
It's a
huddle
pickup
and
of
looking at
6.
each other
Brings
and
up
maybe starting to
second and
question their
4.
confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a
That's
play?
good for a Charger.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Joshua Kelly, the rookie from UCLA. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Carrier.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, here's Barkley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. First down carry for Barkley won't lead to much, as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
To throw on third down, Jones. He's airing it out for Williams. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On first down, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
23
yards, the final tally.
Chargers first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
On the run, it's Kelly. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Joshua Kelly, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive line.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make it 24-7. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside. Touchdown!
Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Join me in a walk to their locker room. Okay, because I think what we've really seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys. You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 47.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
It's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now sent by Barkley. He won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run it again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they step in behind the line. But now it's SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's running back and he's got it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
A loss of a yard.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Flushed out right. They'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Second down now. Barkley and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves it with 1 yard to go on third down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
He was brought down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll run with Barkley, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Saquon Barkley denied on fourth down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And again this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They find some open field here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I just don't have words for it. But you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, That's the type of average he wants to take with him in the contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Dante Fowler.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. An excellent gain, 35 yards. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Kellen, and that one going up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now it's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He was taken down.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line of the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super...
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Jerry Tillery. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the corner. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one out to the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
31. Chargers 17.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
Falcons.
As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael Davis. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 on Charger TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
24.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Falcons, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.